Ayat 133 to 165 continues Surat al-An'am, the cattle, and that's Surah 6, and we're going over the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation of the Holy Quran now. Thy Lord is self-sufficient, full of mercy. If it were his will, he could destroy you, and in your place appoint whom he will as your successors, even as he raised you up from the posterity of other people. All that hath been promised unto you will come to pass, nor can ye frustrate it in the least bit. Say, O my people, do whatever ye can, I will do my part. Soon will ye know who it is whose end will be best in the hereafter. Certain is it that the wrongdoers will not prosper. Out of what God hath produced in abundance, in tilth and in cattle, they assigned him a share. They say, according to their fancies, this is for God, and this for our partners, but the share of their partners reacheth not God, whilst the share of God reacheth their partners. Evil and unjust is their assignment, even so in the eyes of most of the misassociators. Their partners made alluring the slaughter of their children in order to lead them to their own destruction and cause confusion in their religion. If God had willed, they would not have done so, but leave alone them and their inventions. And we're not talking like everybody who's a misassociator, but abortion is actually more common among people who are not monotheists. And they say that such and such cattle and crops are taboo, and none should eat of them except those whom, as they say, we wish. Further, there are cattle forbidden to yoke our burden, and cattle on which at slaughter the name of God is not pronounced. Inventions against God's name, soon will he requite them for their invention. And they say, what is in the wombs of such and such cattle is specially reserved for food for our men and forbidden to our women. But if it is stillborn, then all have shares therein for their false attribution of superstitions to God. He will soon punish them, for he is full of wisdom and knowledge. So 5 and 6 kind of pair in like that. Remember verse 103 of Surah 5, Lost are those who slay their children from folly without knowledge, and forbidden that which God hath provided for them, inventing lies against God. They have indeed gone astray, and heeded no guidance. It is he who produceth gardens with trellises, and without, and dates, and tilth with produce of all kinds, and olives and pomegranates, similar in kind, and different in variety. Eat of their fruit in their season, but render the dues that are proper on the day that the harvest is gathered, but waste not by excess, for God loveth not the wasters. And moo is in the middle of that, so character traits here, Of the cattle are some for burden and some for meat. Eat what God hath provided for you, and follow not the footsteps of Satan, for he is to you an avowed enemy. Take 8 head of cattle in 4 pairs of sheep a pair, and of goats a pair. Say, hath he forbidden the 2 males? Are the 2 females? Are the young which the wombs of the 2 females enclose? Tell me with knowledge if ye are truthful. And in parentheses, they're the young. I didn't mean to say that other than whisper. Of camels a pair, and of oxen a pair. Say, hath he forbidden the 2 males? Are the 2 females? Are the young which the wombs of the 2 females enclose? Were ye present when God ordered you such a thing? But who doth more wrong than one who invents a lie against God to lead astray men without knowledge? For God guideth not people who do wrong. Well, that's the verb form, so if they're not accepting the guidance that God's laid down, they can't be increasing from guidance from God. Say, I find not in the message received by me by inspiration any meat forbidden to be eaten by one who wishes to eat it, unless it be dead meat. Of course, the meat is, the carrion. Are blood poured forth? Are the flesh of swine? Also things with claws, talons, fangs, very dirty, very foul. The word khinzir is wider in meaning. For it is an abomination, or what is impious meat, on which a name has been invoked other than God's. But even so, if a person is forced by necessity without willful disobedience, nor transgressing due limits, thy Lord is oft forgiving, most merciful. For those who follow the Jewish law, we forbid every animal with undivided hoof, and we forbid them the fat of the ox and the sheep, except what adheres to their backs, are their entrails, are is mixed up with the bone, this in recompense for their willful disobedience, for we are true in our ordinances. If they accuse thee of falsehood, say, your Lord is full of mercy, all embracing, but from people in guilt never will his wrath be turned back. Those who give partners to God will say, if God had wished, we should not have given partners to him, nor would our fathers, nor should we have had any taboos. So did their ancestors argue falsely until they tasted of our wrath. Say, have ye any certain knowledge? If so, produce it before us. Ye follow nothing but conjecture. Ye do nothing but lie. Say, with God is the argument that reaches home. If it had been his will, he could have indeed guided you all. Say, bring forward your witnesses to prove that God did forbid so and so. If they bring such witnesses, be not thou amongst them, nor follow thou the vain desires of such as treat our signs as falsehoods, and such as believe not in the hereafter, for they hold others as equals with their guardian Lord. Say, come, I will rehearse what God hath really prohibited you from. Join not anything as equal with him. Be good to your parents. Kill not your children on a plea of want. We provide sustenance for you and for them. Come not nigh to shameful deeds, whether open or secret. Take not life which God hath made sacred, except by way of justice and law. Thus doth he command you, that ye may learn wisdom, and come not nigh to the orphan's property, except to improve it, until he attains the age of full strength. Give measure and weight with full justice. No burden do we place on any soul, but that which it can bear. Whenever ye speak, speak justly, even if a near relative is concerned, and fulfill the covenant of God. Thus doth he command you, that ye may remember. Verily, this is my way leading straight, follow it, follow not other paths. They will scatter you about from his great path. Thus doth he command you, that ye may be righteous. Moreover, we gave Moses the book, completing our favor to those who would do right, and explaining all things in detail, and a guide and a mercy, that they might believe in the meeting with their Lord. And this is the book which we have revealed as a blessing, so follow it, and be righteous, that ye may receive mercy, lest ye should say the book was sent down to two people before us, and for our part we remained unacquainted with all that they learned by assiduous study, or lest ye should say, if the book had only been sent down to us, we should have followed its guidance better than they. Now then hath come unto you a clear sign from your Lord, and a guide and a mercy. Then who could do more wrong than one who rejecteth God's signs and turneth away therefrom? In good time shall we requite those who turn away from our signs with a dreadful penalty for their turning away. Are there wait are they waiting to see if the angels come to them? Are thy Lord himself are certain of the signs of thy Lord? The day that certain of the signs of thy Lord do come, no good will it do to a soul to believe in them then, if it believed not before. Nor earn righteousness through its faith. Say, wait ye, we too are waiting. As for those who divide their religion and break up into sects, thou hast no part in them, in the least their affairs with God. He will in the end tell them the truth of all that they did. He that doeth good shall have 10 times as much to his credit. He that doeth evil shall only be recompensed according to his evil. No wrong shall be done unto any of them. Say, verily, my Lord hath guided me to a way that is straight, a religion of right, the path trod by Abraham, the true in faith, and he certainly joined not gods with God. Say truly, my prayer and my service of sacrifice, my life and my death, are all for God, the cherisher of the worlds. No partner hath he. This am I commanded, and I am the first of those who bow to his will. And the whole reason of prophets coming is that they start back up al-Muslimin. So it's not saying that Muhammad or Moses or Abraham was the first Muslim and conflicting there. It's saying that this is what they all said to their people. Say, they're the first of those people. Say, shall I seek for my cherisher other than God, when he is the cherisher of all things that exist? Every soul draws the meed of its acts on none but itself. No bearer of burdens can bear the burden of another. Your goal in the end is towards God. He will tell you the truth of the things wherein ye disputed. It is he who hath made you his agents, inheritors of the earth. He hath raised you in ranks, some above others, that he may try you in the gifts he hath given you. For thy Lord is quick in punishment, yet he is indeed oft forgiving, most merciful.